Hello YouTube, it is Toya Ruth here. I'm gonna bring this camera a little closer with the divas and the details. And I'm just popping in to give you a check-in because some of you who may have watched the channel before, or if you don't know and you're new here, I am a healthcare worker, full-time working, 40 hours a week. I am a mom of 4 kids. You may hear some of them in the background. They're playing with some action figures, and my daughter's joining in with her My Little Pony toys and her Barbie dolls with the boys. I'm in grad school. So I decided to go back to school to get my master's of public health. I am a frontline practitioner and I love direct patient care, but I wanted to also address some more systemic and populational health issues. So that's why I'm going back to learn proper epidemiologic and research methods to do a good job. So I wanted to check in now that we're at week 8 out of my 16-week program. I'm actually taking 3 classes, 3 hours apiece, so 9 hours total, and how I'm managing that and being successful. I think that I am pretty much successful because I do have an A in my epidemiology class. I think I have a 95% there. I have a 94% in Intro to Public Health, and I have a B. I think I have an 82.5 in statistics. That could be better. That is my own fault. With statistics, you really have to know which formulas to use in which proper scenarios and deal with the fast pace and volume of classes. And twice this year we've had disasters in Louisiana. That's where I'm originally from. What is this girl doing? In Lake Charles, we had Hurricane Laura, and then a few weeks later we had Hurricane Delta. And dealing with the stress of my childhood home being ravaged more than once, and my mom's rental property there, and having to go down there, and we did very little help. My brother did most of the help as far as taking down the sheetrock and removing insulation so that there's not a lot of mildew in the home and things don't continually to fall and break down within the interior of the house. He did major that work. I just kind of got rid of some of my childhood items that have been held at the homes to get that out of there. Because the temperature isn't stable because there's no air, no lights, things like that. And then we had a death in our family as well. So I could have logged in more frequently, but I was handling outside business. That has nothing to do with the program being too difficult. It has nothing to do with my inability to do math. It has all to do with my motivation at the time. I made a choice and I chose personal issues over schoolwork. And hopefully going forward, I won't have those kind of things that are out of my control. And if they are, I have a different perspective now. I'm going to try to focus on the things that I can control and do my best on things that I have actions that can affect change, and then not really worry about so much the things that are out of my hands. So anyway, how can you be successful with juggling all that? I believe in planning. If you are someone who is more digitally oriented, I would get a planner and download it onto your phone or onto your tablet. For me, I like to write things down. The more I write things down, the more and more I commit it to my spirit, and I feel more like I'm put on blast, so I have to get it done. The planner of choice for me is the Simply Yours Day Planner from Bailey Shea Designs. I think it is beautiful. It is a little bit under 8.5 by 11, so it fits very easily in my carry-out bag. I like to carry totes. And I like my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, and this fits perfectly in there. I think the biting is very sturdy. I'm clipping open this thing every single day, multiple times a day, and this is not gonna tear up. The actual cover is very thick. I don't see if you can see how thick that is. And I just love it. It has some long-term goal setting in here too. I did a complete review on this planner, so if you scroll through my videos, you'll be able to see that. I'm not gonna get into that now. But what I am going to show you is what I did for the month of October. So I color-coded each class that I take and some social organizations that I'm a part of. And as I'm writing in the planner, I'm highlighting these categories. So for statistics, I made the little legend over here. Statistics is highlighted orange. Epidemiology is highlighted pink. Intro to Public Health is neon yellow. This social organization that I'm part of, Jack and Jill, is blue because the codes of the organization are pink and blue. My sorority write the information in black or blue, and then I circle it with red because that's the closest thing to crimson, because our sorority colors are crimson and cream. And then I have a check mark next to an activity that's actually completed. So when I look at the planner, I look at what I have to do for any particular week, and then I look and see, is there a check mark next to it? So for here, for Intro to Public Health, I had an assignment, and the assignment was write my final paper on behavioral health. So I was trying to write a paper on changing kids' perspective about smoking e-cigarettes. And so I checked that I got the paper done. It was worth 10 total points. When she finally graded it, I got my 10 out of 10. I wrote that in. Moving on, statistics. I had a homework module quiz that I had to get done online. It was worth 20 points. I got 18 out of those 20 points, and I have a check mark that it is done. I also put on here the times that it's due. Because I'm doing an asynchronous learning program, you don't have a prescribed class time during the day, like I'm in class at 9 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever. You don't have that. But you do have to get on, read the lectures or watch the lectures. Some of the lectures are PowerPoint presentations. Some of them are actually recorded lectures from the professor. And you have due dates under each module. So in the module, you will find out what are my tasks for that week, what are any supplemental readings that I need to do, what are any videos that I need to watch, what are any discussions I need to log in on. Pretty much every single class that I have 2 to 3 assignments due per week. The class where I have the most assignments due is Intro to Public Health, because she wants you to read articles, peer-reviewed journals. She wants you to go to websites for looking up data, and then she wants you to answer a question that she proposes about collating that data and explaining your points of view on that data. And she also asks questions about current events that are happening. But every class wants you to have discussion time. So for discussion time, you're graded on, do I pose a relevant question that others can reply to with substantial answers? And do I reply back to 2 or 3 of my classmates for that week? So that's some of it. The Intro to Public Health, I normally have 500 to 1,200 word papers that are due, so probably like 2 of those per week plus discussion. For epidemiology, I typically have discussion and a homework project. For statistics, I have a quiz on whatever homework is for the week, and I also have discussion questions to answer. So I put on there, some stuff is due at like 5 o'clock because I work from 8 to 4:30. I do anything that's due at 5 o'clock first thing in the morning when I wake up, or the night before midnight. For classes where I have something due at 11:59 p.m., I do that at the end of a day after I have eaten dinner with my family and they have taken their baths and gone to bed. So that's why I have on some of the things 5 p.m. and on some of the things I have 11:59. The best way that you can succeed in graduate school is to write down every single thing that you have to do and make it plain, have a vision, and see what's due, what's the weight of the assignment, so I can prioritize and then tackle down day by day how I'm going to tackle that and get that done. Also, be very involved. So my school system, University of Missouri, that is in Columbia, I am learning online. However, I get onto my email in the morning before I wake up and at night before I go to bed every single day to see what professors are saying, to communicate with me and what the university is saying. Sometimes the university will want you to get on and take a training and answer questions about that training. Or they'll have the graduate advisors who want to help you and support you along the way and nurture you. So you want to check in on a regular basis with your email. For each class that I have online, I typically like to go into the website and look at the lectures and review them, take notes, about 2 to 3 times per week. Some classes, like they have a high volume of reading, like my Intro to Public Health. I'm actually probably on it like 4 or 5 days a week because I don't have like an hour straight to sit down and read each evening because I, work for 8 hours. I have a commute home. I want to play with my kids, find out how their day was. I want to eat dinner. I want to have some time to talk and catch up with my husband, watch a show that I like, or read a pleasure book. And so I do like that class every single day, so I can do 30 minutes every single day. Saturdays tend to be grocery shopping, washing clothes for me in the mornings. In the evenings, wrapping up any classwork that I need to get done for Monday. On Sundays, that is like my complete day of rest. My family wakes up in the morning. We do a big breakfast. Everybody sits down together and eats. We worship online with a church in Tennessee. And then in the evenings, we play a family game, eat dinner, wash clothes for the week for them for school, iron them, and then reset. So I don't do any schoolwork anytime on Sundays because that's my family time. So I hope that this video was helpful. The name of the game is writing down your plan, being consistent with your plan. So that's with the logging in every single day and taking a little bit of action every single day rather than looking at this big mountain that you have to climb. You're gonna take a few steps every single day. Also, having a system. So the color coding system works for me about what this all means, and then have a way of checking yourself and balancing yourself. So I check against the check marks in my planner whether or not I got something done. Also, I log into Canva, so then if I put in my planner for the week that I got 7 out of 8 assignments done, I check on Canva to see if the school registered me as having completed 7 out of 8 things before the due date. And I check and balance those two systems. And if something is missing on Canva, which is the official thing that the school recognizes, versus what I have in my own notes, something just flew in here. I didn't get it, but I have a way of rectifying it before it's detrimental to me. And so those are the keys to success. Having a vision, having a system that you easily understand, a way of check and balancing, and then just sticking with it. So, like the poster behind me says, make every single day count. It is week 8 out of my 16-week program. I think that I'm being successful at the halfway mark. I will check in again at the end of the semester. And so until next time, the Diva's in the details. And if you haven't liked the video, please like this video. Please subscribe. Please help grow this little community and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.